Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the value added program titled as Soft Skill that is offered by Yashwant Mahavidyalaya Nanded. Today, we shall be talking about the personality development, which is the second aspect of the soft skills. Personality development, personality is a word that is taken from the Latin word persona, which it means a sort of makeup, a sort of face. Development would mean and growth, expansion, progress, evolution, maturing, and so on and so forth. So, personality is the sum total of our outer appearance and the inner qualities. An integrated organization of physical, emotional, intellectual, social, mental, psychological, and spiritual character of an individual is what is called as personality. And of course, development is a continuous process, an ongoing process. Can you identify any of these? I'm sure all of you identify all of them. What is so special that we all identify them, that we all recognize them? This man is a person looking into whom we understand that you should always be yourself, coming from a non filmy background, becoming a television artist first, established himself as one of the best actors in the entire Bollywood. The only reason why we remember him is to have his own style, to have his own personality, to have his own self. So, be yourself is what we learn from this great person. I hope all of you agree with me. The ability to smile at all situations is what he is remembered for. Oh, the man who did not even wear clothes properly, did not even wear shoes or chapel properly, just had a spectacle on his face and a beautiful childlike smile. But he who could tie all the Indians into one and who could see that the British left India and India becomes free. Positive attitude is what you understand with this man. And that's why he could become the father of the nation. If he is the father of the nation, this man is the missile man. Respect and value for people is what we learn from Dr. Abdul Kalam. A wonderful personality who died very young, but as long as he was alive, he has given various, I should say, mantras to the East as well as the West to move towards spiritualism, which is the only path towards salvation for human being. Clarity and conviction in communication is what we understand from this man, Vivekananda. The ability to spread love and happiness, not even belonging to India, coming from Europe and settling in Calcutta, working for the orphans, the poor, the dying, the destitute, the old people, the diseased people, establishing a number of missionaries, establishing a number of hospitals, schools, under the name of the Missionaries of Charity. Mother Teresa actually spread the capsule of love and happiness, not only in India but across the world. Wow, so very proud to look at her. See the thumbs up that she gives. Yes, it is Saina Nehwal. With her hard work, with her ability to see the goals, working to reach the goals, she had won many laurels, not only to her but the country. This man, there is much to learn from him. Yes, learning from failure. He was a successful actor, had earned a lot, established a company, but went into losses. Again, had come up and stood on his legs. And even today, maybe he has crossed 70s, but even today, he is the iconic personality whose voice actually is a magic. not only on every Indian, but all across the world. Learning from failures and standing up is what he teaches us. Oh, beauty and brains together, as she is known for. Think and feel good about yourself. If beauty and brains shook the previous lady, it is the power of brains that has shaken this lady. In the world map, India has come into existence and power because of this lady. Highly intelligent, shrewd, efficient political leader she is, who not only ruled India but also had become a model for women all across the world. Being a black in a place like America, he has come out to become the president and ruled twice on the land. Wow, a great one which could not be thought about once upon a time. He could make it possible. A thumbs up with this man is never give up. Yes, it is with this message that we know him. Dhoni, who has won us the World Cup. If you have a look at all these great personalities that we saw in a panoramic scenario, we could find that only one thing is common to them. As Vivekananda says, arise and awake and stop not till your goal is reached. Uttishthata jagrata prapya varanna kodita. Yes, it is procrastination that we have to avoid. Procrastination is to postpone the things. Today we are supposed to do something, do it now and complete it rather than postponing it. And there is no limit for the postponement. Never do you think that the work is going to be, done. It is this that all these famous personalities have avoided and had left their personality as a model for all of us. So stop procrastinating related to anything in your life. May it be studies, may it be writing, may it be doing a particular work, may it be anything. Just do it right now. Make the right decisions and stick on to the decisions. Think about your goals, dream about them, and see that you reach your goals well in time. So now is the time to stop and think about your own personality. Can you also leave some model at the back of you for somebody? We have seen so many slides depicting so many famous personalities related to so many areas. Some were scientists, some were politicians, some were sportsmen, some were related to art and culture. Can we also leave our own self as a model to many to come? Just stop and think. If yes, you're on the right track. If maybe not still time is there for us to think. The factors that are important for the development of one's personality are a good perception, rationality, values that we cherish, lifelong learning and acquisition with knowledge, the attitude that we maintain, the motivation, the self as well as internal as well as external. Persistence is one good thing that you see common among them. Empathy is to have pity for others, have a sort of universal brotherhood for others. Assimilation, to take everyone within us, to be a people's man, a world man, rather than I, me, and myself. Let's talk about we and us. Interpersonal behavior that we maintain with others and still maintaining a strong character. All these are the common features that you could find among all the people whom I have shown on the slides. Don't you think? Let's learn about it. Can you just comment upon it? Yes, I could see people laughing and saying that it is half-filled glass. Some of you must be thinking it is half-empty glass. Some of you must be telling that it is full, half with water and half with air. All the three statements are right, don't you think? Depending upon the way in which we are looking at each thing, our perception changes. If you are thinking about emptiness, we'll talk about emptiness. If you are thinking about full, we talk about fullness. And that is the change of perception and attitude. Look at the very first picture. Yes, some of you say that it is a jar. Very right. The others say that it is a man and a woman, like the two faces looking at each other. That is what is the perception. Look at the second picture. That's right. It's a rabbit. Oh, that's right. It's a duck as well. This is the famous duck rabbit puzzle of the psychologists. Depending upon what you are thinking, how you want the things to be, depending upon your attitude, your perception changes as a rabbit or as a duck. Look at the third picture. Just give it a second. That's right. It is a river and the moonlight spread across the river waters with a number of plants on either side. Very right. A beautiful picture of nature. Oh, that's right. I could also listen to somebody saying that. No, it is the face of a beautiful woman. That's right. Her face is very clearly seen now with the eyes and nose and mouth. That's true. Depending on whether it is nature or maybe a beautiful woman, your perception varies. Now look at this. Perception is a process by which individuals organize and interpret their sensory impression in order to give meaning to the environment. Through your senses and through your mind, yes, you could give a perception. Can you identify this picture that is in the slide? That's right, it's a picture of a man and his face with maybe spectacles. That's true. Can anybody tell me what else can you perceive here? Oh, that's right. It is LIAR, liar, that has been written. Can you identify that? That's right. Your perception varies. Look at this. Many a times, the factors that influence the perception are internal as well as external. The internal factors like the needs, the desires, the experience, the personality, everything affect it. And the external factors like intensity, size, frequency, status, contrast, movement, all influence in order to maintain your perception. Just like you could see a man blowing his pipe on the one side, and the other side you could see the face of a woman. Can you? Am I hiding it? Can you see that now? That's right. The second important thing that makes your personality is the rationalistic attitude. Rationalism, rationality would mean giving reason, understanding. To become a person who should be very wise, intelligent, disciplined, and have good command over the emotions so that he or she can be judicious with all. And this is what is called as rationality. We can be more rational and develop rationalistic fervor with the good and voracious reading, careful planning, disciplined thinking, and poised and balanced mind by doing some yoga and meditation. The third factor that influences our personality is the values that we cherish. The values could be global beliefs that guide action and judgments across a variety of situations. These could be an internalized evaluation of a person, what we judge to be, and basic convictions that give us a sense of right and wrong, good and bad, correct and not acceptable or unacceptable. The major values that we acquire in this world are from the parents first, then the teachers, the school level as well as college level, our friends, our peers, our role models, maybe from our own culture, and so on. And these could be honesty, courage, friendship, forgiving, ambition, cleanliness, rationality, cheerfulness, responsibility, open mindedness, truth, happy, peaceful, spirituality. With what features can you identify? Just take a second and see as to what you can identify with. Identify your personal values that you are cherishing, that distinguish you. distinguishes you from the others and make up your personality. It could be honesty, courage, fairness, respect, caring, and trust, which are the six basic values which we normally have, all of us have, in some extent or the other. Sometimes honesty is more in some, less in some. Some people are more courageous, some people are more respectful, caring, and fair in their life, more dependable, trustworthy. Identify what your feature is. While doing the course of skills, I want all of you to identify your own self because personality, I feel, is not only external but it is internal, what you are from within. And identify what you are from within to distinguish you from the others, from the rest, and make up your personality. The fourth feature is learning and knowledge. We learn a lot but never put it into practice. Always learn to put it into practice. We need to unlearn and relearn what we have learned wrongly. This happens many a times with language. This happens many a times with our prejudices and privileges. I always remember Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's story. A mother has taken her child and has come down to Ramakrishna, asking Sri Ramakrishna that her child used to eat much jaggery and is spoiling his tooth and is also spoiling his appetite. And she wanted Sri Ramakrishna to advise the little boy, who is around 5, 6 year old, to stop eating jaggery or reduce eating jaggery. Sri Ramakrishna looks at the boy, smiles at him, and asks the mother to come after 1 month. The lady goes back, comes after 1 month, and when she comes again, Sri Ramakrishna calls the boy, asks him to sit beside him, and says in very simple, plain words with empathy that he should not be eating jaggery because eating too much of jaggery will spoil his teeth and also spoil his appetite and are responsible for intestinal worms, which might make the boy sick. And so he should stop eating jaggery from hereafter. Don't know what magic was there in Sri Ramakrishna's words. The boy listens to him and he says, "From today onwards, Guruji, I'm going to leave it." Wow. The mother is very happy. After the boy leaves, the mother comes back and says, "You just had to say this. You could have said this last time also. Why did you want us to come after 1 month?" Sri Ramakrishna smiles and says, "Yes, before 1 month, I myself was eating jaggery. When I myself am eating jaggery, I cannot have any right to tell others not to eat. The words will not carry any sense. The words will have their meaning and effect only when the speaker actually practices it. In this 1 month period, I myself stopped eating jaggery, and now I have the authority and right to tell the boy, and the boy has accepted, for which I'm very happy," says Sri Ramakrishna. So it's very important that whatever you think, you say. Whatever you say, you do also. Your thinking, your words, and your actions should be corresponding to each other. Only then we can establish ourselves as a great personality in this world, as one could see in Mother Teresa, as one could see in the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. Attitude, maintaining the right attitude is very, very important. In fact, if you ask the students of business administration, they would say it is attitude that matters 90%. Physical and neural state, verbal opinion, ideologies, integrated philosophy of life, and the tendency to feel and behave in a particular way towards some objects of events is what is called as attitude. Formation of attitude again depends upon the psychological factors of the individual, sometimes family situation, the society in which people are placed. The political, social, and economic factors also influence the formation of attitude of an individual. Giving up doesn't always mean you are weak. Sometimes it means you are strong enough to let go. Oh, what a wonderful attitude it is. You can have positive attitude, you also can develop some sort of negativity as well. Always see that you develop a positive attitude with pride, passion, and belief so that you would move towards success. Positive thinking, constructive thinking, creative thinking, optimism, being inspired, self belief, learning from failures, looking for solutions, seeking for opportunities are all positive attitudes of life. Never get depressed if something goes wrong. That's okay. Life is not a bed of roses. The roses also have the thorns, and we need to do with the thorns as well. If the thorn is now on our part, imagine that we are definitely going to have rose. As Shelley says, if winter comes, can spring be far behind? Yes, definitely we are going to have the spring. If night comes, can day be far ahead? No. As a Swamiji says, I always remember this story. The king is very happy because he has won a war and a Swamiji comes to him, to his kingdom. He very excitedly shares that he has won the war and has led to the victory. Swamiji smiles and says, okay, good. This time also will pass away. The king is not happy with the answer. A few years later, again the same Swamiji comes down to the kingdom, and the same king now has lost his kingdom and has become a pauper. Very unhappy. Looks at the Swamiji and says, I was a king once upon a time, lost my kingdom in due course, and now I have become a pauper. What to do? Swamiji smiles at him and says, okay, these days also will pass away. Just be patient. A few years later, he assembles all his army and fights against his enemy and wins the war and takes back the kingdom, now happy again. And remembers the Swamiji, yes, whether it is pleasure or pain, happiness or dullness or sorrow, the days are going to pass by. And these days also will pass by. Every day will pass by, and you just have to be patient to see that your time changes, your day changes. As John Milton, in his very famous poem On His Blindness, says, he also serves who just waits. Just wait. If the things are not going in the way in which you are expecting, it's okay. Just wait for the time to change, but with a positive attitude, to accept it with a smile and give a tough fight. That is what proves you or makes you the right attitude and develop a positive attitude. Once you develop this positive attitude, obviously the next personality is the leadership skill that you develop. Once you can endure the failures, once you can bear the the uncertainties of life with great courage, with a positive attitude, and you tend to mix with others, along with others, you tend to move ahead. Yes, you evolve as a leader. It's a kind of skill which helps to make person wise and bold. The definition says leadership is not about the awards or praise that you receive. It's all about the deed that you do and how many people you are involved with, how many people you are taking together with proves you to be a leader. So, leadership is a positive strength of the development of one's own personality. You should be in a position to motivate others, inspire others, take everybody with their pluses and minuses, and still be successful with everybody going together. The leadership qualities could be care for each other, open and being truthful to others, high levels of trust among each other, consensus decision, commitment, address to conflict, real listening, express feelings, communication, and understanding others will establish you as a leader. Whenever we are working in an organization, may it be a college, may it be an institution, may it be a bank, may it be a society, or may it be a country, it's always we together. Each one has got its own skill, sometimes hidden, sometimes expressed, sometimes small, sometimes huge. Identify the strengths of others and motivate them to come out with their full potential. Work together for a better future makes you evolve as a leader. So, when you are evolving as a leader, automatically your personality will be to motivate others also. You will have a motivation for your own self induced motivation, but you also would tend to motivate others to work better. It's a discovery to achieve what you decide. Motivation is that you should be encouraged and be reminded by internal as well as external agents constantly to act better. If the person willing to get what he or she wants with appropriate action, that is motivation. Many a times, motivation could be self. You motivate your own self that, yes, I want to do. Yes, I want to get up early in the morning and finish it off. Yes, I want to do this. Yes, I also want to do another course. Yes, I'm focused towards reaching UPSC or MPSC examination. Yes, I have to do it. Sometimes, rather looking into your role models like your mother or your teacher or your sister or maybe some role models in the society, you would feel that you would want to act like them. So the motivation could be external, motivation could be internal as well. As a result of which, external motivation, you can identify these people: Ramanujan, yes, Birla, Ambani, Einstein. So you can have your own role models, read about them, biographical account about them. Remember, these role models have not become famous in a fraction of a second. The entire lifetime has gone in making them prove themselves and be successful. So, if you are taking an external motivation, maybe of your parents, maybe of your mother, maybe of your grandparents, maybe of your teachers or any other external models, see that you read their biography, understand them. They also have put in lot many efforts. They also have put in their entire lifetime in doing the thing that they believe in with a positive attitude, with a leadership skill. Develop these skills that have made them to reach their destination. And maybe you also could be working to be like that. So self conditioning also could be very useful. Many a times you go into depression and you see many people telling that, why me? Why it is failure always with me? Why does it happen only to me, not to others? Did you ever come across this? Yes, many a times. Your friend got good marks, maybe better than you, and you have taught him that particular topic, but the scoring is more for her or him, and you did not score it properly. Automatically, you get depressed. Why me? Why does it happen to me always like this? I know I'm good. I know I have taught him or her, and I got less marks when compared to him. He or she is placed in some, job. I'm not. Why me? Oh God, why me? Many a times you get this. Yes or no? You should always say, stand in front of the mirror. It is me because I am tested. I am the best. I can give a good fight. I'm the winner always. Maybe with somebody else, if the same mishap happens, they might be broken. It happened with me because I can stand up and I can give a tough fight. I know my goals. I would fight with it. And with a focus, I would reach my goal. I'm the best. I'm the winner. I develop my mind every day with good thoughts. Such type of telling is what is called as the self conditioning. Sometimes you get motivation by looking at others. And many a times, 90% of times, you have to tell yourself. In fact, psychologists nowadays say that every day you should get up early in the morning, stand in the mirror, and say that I'm the best. I'm very good. I'm going to lead my life very happily. I'm happy from inside. And I'm going to continue the same attitude of happiness and peace of mind throughout the day. I'm not going to fight with anybody. I'm not going to criticize anybody. I'm going to praise others. I'm going to praise myself. Tell about yourself. That will fill a sort of positivity in your mind. This is, in other words, some sort of motivation which will put you on the right path. Yes, I can. Be a good student in the class. Talk with others very friendly. Make comfort zone in the industry or in the place where you're working. And this is what is called as the environmental conditioning, which would be that people want to be with you. With somebody, many a times you observe that people don't want to, you don't want to be with some people, and you want to be with certain other people. Did you realize this? You also behave in such a way that the others want to be with you, right? Environmental conditioning it is. And then you have the next personality to be developed: persistence. What is persistence? Persistence is to continuously do to reach your goal. Never be disheartened. It's okay. Thomas Alva Edison, who has invented this electricity and bulb, 9,999 times it seems he failed. Had he not been persistent, even once, 9,998th time he must have left, he couldn't have found out what he had found out.
and has become the famous person. Yes or no? You have to be persistent. Failures are bound to come. Normally, we are always taught in schools and colleges that you should be number one, you should be successful, you should be getting this, you should be distinction, you should be first, you should be winning. Nobody talks about the failures. When you have a winner, believe me, that 50 failures also are there. In a running race, if somebody comes first, second, and third, the running race is not run by only three. It is run by hundreds of people. The rest of the people are not successful then. No. Success and failure exactly are not to be kept in mind. Successful would mean that they must have won in a stipulated time. Maybe in 1 hour you have to run and make it. They have done it. You have done it in 61st minute or 65th minute. That's okay. Somebody has done it on 60th minute and has made a record. You have done it in 65th. You were there on the race is more important. And having a self motivation persistently, in spite of the fact that somebody has reached the race and won the race, still you are running and you are reaching, that is more important. You are there and the race is more important. Your participation itself is more important rather than somebody has won and you are sitting and trying. So never do that. Think about Thomas Alva Edison. Think about, again, Vivekananda. Arise and awake and stop not till the goal is reached. Keep your goals once the goal is fixed. Stop not and do everything to reach the goal. If you have to get up early in the morning, get up. If you have to stop watching TV to read, stop watching TV. If you have to stop chatting on the mobile, do that. Switch off the mobile. Don't be on the WhatsApp. So you have to be very, very strict. Once the goal is fixed, you should be persistently aiming at reaching it. Otherwise, you will become a loser. And while you are doing so, you should be very empathetic with others. In the process of personality development, you cannot become so selfish that, as psychologists mark them as self centered, self concerned, alienated from the society, separated from the people, leading a single life alone. No. Once you are developing your personality while moving towards your goal, also be empathetic and sympathetic with the fellow persons. Help them also move ahead. Believe me, in helping them, you derive greatest pleasure. You might not remember your own journey, but the journey that you have helped a person, a friend of yours, a stranger of yours, an orphan, you remember it throughout your life. The orphan or the friend whom you have helped also might remember your personality throughout his life. That is one way of leaving the mark on people and in the society. Don't you think? So, in the process of personality development, a person should apply empathy internally. That means put yourself into the other person's shoes to understand others very well and maintain a friendly and good long term relationships with people. And while doing so, you should be accommodative, assimilative, know thyself to know others, know thyself to know the world, know thyself to convey your thoughts to others, know thyself to influence others, and know thyself always to evolve as a leader with open self. Assimilation is just incorporate everybody, try to accept everything, try to incorporate everybody, try to, be friendly with everybody, and try to take others while you're moving ahead. That would help you a lot. Your interpersonal behavior that you maintain helps you a lot in establishing yourself as a leader and as a successful person and maintain a wonderful personality. An open self personality is to know himself or herself very closely. By having an open self personality, one can maintain good and long term relationships, both in the business as well as any other place where you are put into. You feel more oriented regarding your objectives and goals if you have an open interpersonal behavior. You will place helping nature with all like senior citizens and children and orphan and even the strangers. Smile is the identity of your open personality. Always have a genuine smile on your face because if eyes are the reflection of what you're thinking from inside, it is a smile that will help you in order to. Strong character is to be maintained. To have a good character is a must for a well developed personality. Particular qualities that make a person or a thing different from others. A person, it all depends upon the strength, originality in a person,
and the person's reputation. Maintain a strong character to have a never marking influence on others. Now, after having discussed so many personality traits, now look into the mirror. How do you look yourself? How many of these personality traits that we discussed are in you? How many you want to impact? How many you don't? How many you don't agree with? Just look into the mirror. Are you a cat looking into the mirror like a lion and feeling yourself like a lion? Or are you a cat looking into the mirror and feeling like a cat? Are you a lion and looking yourself like a lion? Are you a lion looking into the mirror and feeling like a cat? Vivekananda's story is very beautiful. There was a lion who was delivering the cup, and in the delivery process, he delivers the cup and he dies. Actually, the place where he has delivered is a place of greenery, and goat, sheep, and lamb used to come over there for grazing, and the cub is taken away by a sheep. Along with its lamb, along with its children, the lion cub also suffered. And because the sheep and lamb eat grass, the cub also started eating grass. And it used to be normal, it used to be timid, it used to be exactly like the lamb and sheep. Not ferocious, not roaring, but bleating, and just eating the grass and sleeping. One day it happened so that when the lion was eating grass, it has come across a river. It looked inside its face and got scared. For the first time, the cub, which was little growing up now, found out that it is not looking like the lamb, it is not looking like the sheep, it is not looking like the kid or the goats. But on the contrary, it has got a different look. And when it was exactly thinking as to who it was, that's very important. Who am I? That's a beautiful question that you need to ask every day. Who am I? What are my personality traits? What do I need to develop? What do I need to shred? A continuous evaluation should be done on the personality to maintain it as a good one, as a successful one. Now, while it was thinking one day, a lion comes across, and then the lion says, "Oh, why are you eating grass?" It says that I am a lamb, I am a lamb and sheep. As you could see, the lamb and sheep grazing. I also belong to the same group, and so I'm eating grass. But the lion says, "Oh, you are not a lamb. You are the cub growing into a lion. You are a lion." It says, "No, it can't happen." Now the lion takes the cub onto the riverside and shows its own picture. And then it realizes that yes, it is a lion. So look yourself as a lion. You are a lion from inside. Behave like a lion. Behave ferociously. Behave strong. Behave with courage. Behave with, a leadership quality within you. You can have different attitudes towards life, and Dr. Eric Berne talks about 4 different attitudes of life. Number 1 is the sulk attitude. A sulky person is a person with who is introvert, who suffers from inferiority complex, who always gets away from others, who can never mix with people, who thinks his life is not worth, looks for support always, and he always gets the negative strokes. The second type of attitude is a loser. A person of this type of attitude rejects himself, does not trust himself and others, cannot get along with others easily. He gives up very easily, thinks that life is worth less and blames the entire world for the problems that he is facing, gives and gets negative strokes. Always the finger is pointing others. You are responsible for my life like this. That is a loser. The third type is called as the arrogant personality. A person with this type of attitude forcibly asserts self-acceptance. He is bossy always, demanding, and gets rid of others. He lives always alone because he thinks too much of himself. Thinks that his life is more important than anybody else. Doesn't bother about the others. Behaves very rudely with others. He too has some negative strokes in his life. The arrogant style. The fourth attitude to life is a winner personality. A person with this winner attitude accepts himself and accepts others also as they are.
not the way in which you want them to be. That's very important. As they are, learn to accept people. Get along with others with mutual respect. Thinks that life is worth living, gives and gets positive strokes. So the sulk, the loser, the pessimist, and the winner. What type of attitude do you have? Just sit in front of the mirror and think. And if you are having the sulky personality, just shred it. If you are having the loser personality, just try to reduce it. If you are having an arrogance and pride within you, it's good to be with a positive attitude, but not arrogant. Try to, reduce it. If you are having a winner personality where you are all accommodative, assertive, all, all taking everybody into consideration and going ahead, that becomes a winner personality, and that is what you have to cherish. The criteria of development, of personality development, is try to be always polite and bring smile to your face. Have a positive attitude to life. Enjoy the work that you are doing. Don't do the work just because you have to do it. Do it because you love to do it. Learn some good etiquettes, good command over the language. Say no to boredom. You have hundreds of things in this world to do. Do anything but with a smile on your face. Remember, every day is a lucky day. The formula for luck is equal to opportunity plus preparedness. I always remember my teacher telling, opportunity is the inconvenience that is rightly felt, and inconvenience is a great opportunity that is wrongly felt. Supposing a car has broken down in the middle of your journey, that's fine. Make use of the time, make a phone call for its repair, and make use of the time by enjoying nature and being one with nature in the forest. Or maybe reading a beautiful book sitting in the middle of the forest till the person comes and helps you out, rather than spending that half an hour or 1 hour criticizing yourself and continuously blaming that your car driver has not taken care of the car, that your fate itself is like that, that it is so boring that you have to stay alone in the forest at that time of the day where you have an urgent work to do and you are not able to do the work. Instead of blaming and spoiling your mood and spoiling the entire day, why can't you enjoy it and take it as an opportunity, that it's a wonderful opportunity that in the middle of a cold afternoon, you have chance to be with nature, be with plants, and enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Live in the present and start enjoying the moment of life rather than crying for the past or planning too much for your future. Accept the things as they come to you. That is what is life. You have hundreds of planning in your life, but maybe they will not work, because in spite of the fact that every hour, every second has been planned by you in a proper way to spend it, like from 9 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening, I'm going to study, and there is a power failure, and the library is closed because of some strike. It can happen. Or you have a very urgent piece of work, you have booked a flight and you have to go over there, and the flight suddenly cancelled because of the bad weather. Life is full of surprises, believe me. You plan and something else happens. That's the reason why we have a saying, man proposes and God disposes. Learn to be, accepting this. Even if something goes wrong, even if everything goes wrong according to the planning that you had made, that's okay. That's life. Learn to accept it and lead with a smile. That will definitely make you a winning personality. So be positive about everything. Positive mental attitude. Honesty is the best policy. Do one good deed anonymously. That's always very wonderful. The only thing that you remember or that people remember is the good things that you do, the help that you do. If you are buying clothes for yourself, you definitely will be happy. If you are buying a shirt to your friend or a person who is in need of, oh, that you remember and cherish. The happiness that you could see in the eyes of the person, definitely it helps you. Seek out one new experience. Pray for someone else. Smile always and keep an open mind for having a positive personality. Do the mental exercise of being cool, calm, and peaceful. Always spread love. Have faith in yourself. Live in the present. That's the reason why I completely agree with the Sufi saying, dead is yesterday, unborn is tomorrow, today is in your hand, मुट्ठी में आज है. Live this day in the way in which you want to live. क्या पता कल देखे, क्या पता कल रहे ना रहे. You may stay and see tomorrow, you might not. Who knows? Some earthquake might happen and this is the end of the day. Who knows? Live as if this is the last day. Live as if this is the last moment. So enjoy this moment. Live in the present always. Don't lament about the past. Don't carry the baggage of past with you. Don't too much plan for your future because we don't know whether we are going to see tomorrow. We plan for a lifetime as if we are going to be alive for 80 years, 100 years. We plan for, 10 years at least, 5 years at least. Good. It's good to plan. It's good. But also learn to live in the present because present is there today. In the pretext of planning for future, you are spoiling your present. In the moment of lamenting your past, you are spoiling your future. You are spoiling your present and future also. So you die one day without even living. Don't do that. Live in the present. Listen more than you speak. Listen to people. Because in this world today, people want to speak and people want others to listen to them. It is this that is causing to the mental depression. It is this lack of listening to others that is isolating people from each other, that is leading them to depression, that is leading them to commit suicide. If you give a lending ear to somebody who really wants something to be listened to, oh, you'll save the life. So always listen more, speak less, enjoy the little things because all the beauty of nature is in small things, not in big things. A flower blooming, a butterfly hovering, a raindrop falling, maybe a dewdrop falling, a leaf unfolding. Wow, there is beauty everywhere if only we can see. Just learn to be with nature and enjoy every moment of life. Do one thing that you had been postponing. Kya pata, kal hai, na hai. So do it. Don't postpone the things. And always take the feedback, positive and negative, and give it a thought. Dress appropriately because we are talking about personality. Dress appropriately should be neat. White shirt, suit, contrasting tie, shined shoes, over the calf socks, lace up the shoes, matching belt, trimmed hair, empty pockets. Similarly, are women? Knee length, long skirt, salwar, formal trousers or shirt, cream or white or any light colored dress, minimum makeup. Wear classic jewelry, clean nails, simple hair, carry a purse or a briefcase, never both, and dress neatly. Be confident. Dress in that in which you are comfortable so that you are confident. Don't try something because others are doing it. No, maintain your own personality. The facial expressions that you maintain should be very good. Right? Raised eyebrows is surprise or astonishment. Frowned forehead, anger or frustration. Frowning is displeasure within yourself. Tightening the jaws is antagonism. Turning up the nose, dislike. Open mouth, shock. Eyes down and face turned away is disinterest. Deadpan face, blank face. Show some interest. Have a smile on your face and see that you're connected with people while you're talking to. Have an eye contact. Look into the face. Listen truly to understand them. That will definitely connect you to the world. Have a good facial expression. Develop good manners and etiquettes. The way you stand, the way you dress, the way you maintain your accessories. Create for making relationships. Inculcating good behavior, etiquettes and class. Reduce your anger. Greeting is a must. Smile always. Conversation, remember, is an art. Managing relationships is what is required in today's world. Maintain a sort of harmony at the workplace. Take up the social responsibilities and see that you are liked by everybody. Just like you want to be in the company of good people, develop the same etiquettes and manners so that people also would love to be with you. Remember, say that I will not argue. I will learn one new skill at least. I will listen to others and I will read a good quote or a book every day. Remember, never compare yourself with anyone in this world because you are the one and only one that is made by God in this world. Nobody like you is there. If you are comparing yourself to others, remember you are insulting yourself. Always be happening in life. Throughout this world, several millions of people are there. Nobody is like you. With your personality, with your facial expressions, with your thinking, with your body language, you are the only one. And make it count. Bring and charm near you to your surroundings. So always believe in this 5 point technique, which I always tell my children as well as I follow myself. Believe in yourself. Rediscover your own self. Discover others around you. Connect with them. Focus on being successful. Even if it is not, be on the line. Never get frustrated with the failures. Learn to take the failure as equal as success. Learn it. Live and act for what you believe is right. Always live because death is inevitable and we don't know when it is going to be knocking at our door. That is the only friend that is with us ever since we are born. Understand this. Live every moment. So believe in yourself, rediscover yourself, discover others around you, focus on success, but accept the failure also with a smile. Live and act for what you believe is right. Always aim at excellence, whatever you do. Even if you are watching a television, even if you are reading a book, even if you are buying a vegetable, even if you are going to the market, even when you are sitting in the library and reading, aim at excellence, and excellence is bound to come. Developing a winning personality is not luck, remember, but a conscious and focused effort. And I hope all of you will be doing it. So, the tips for grooming and creating positive first impression will be your appearance, your attitude, your confidence. Take the initiative. Share what you can do, not what you cannot. Punctuality. Everybody is gifted with some kind of talent, however small or big. It is to be brought out and show to the people and put them into practice. It can be converted into an extraordinary person. All of us are special and extraordinary. Let's prove our extraordinariness through our expressions. Last word, never be overconfident, but never underestimate yourself. Always be confident, polite, positive, optimistic, with a smile. This I would be posting you 90 by 10 principle. I'm extremely happy to share my thoughts, and I think if I can make a difference today, I'll be very happy. Have a wonderful, rocking personality. Thank you very much for having a patient listening. Bye for now to all my delighted and successful personalities. Bye bye.